はい、ウィッチャー2実況プレイですね。今日は最後までいけたらいいな。で、見てください。チャプター3になって、あれですね、タイトルのところも変わりましたね。メインメニューも変わりましたね。組むいいんだ、これは。こういうちょっとした変化も嬉しいね。すげえデータ溜まってる。お約束、消すか。いつクラッシュしてもおかしくないからな。でも、多分今のところ4、5回とかだから、ウィッチャー1の時よりはマシなんじゃないかな。とんでもねえシチュエーションで、しかもね、1の時はフリーズしてたんで、そう考えると、まだ可愛いもんかなって思っちゃうね。だいぶ麻痺してるけどな。まあ、いただけないのはやっぱあれだな。ゲーム買ったのにつかないってやつが一番ひどかったな。亡霊の戦場。どうしよう、ヨルベス編もやるかな。クリアしたら。考えちゃいますよね。まあ、多分やるんだろうな。じゃあやるか。じゃあ、よろしくお願いします。会議に出席するところだっけか。すごいね、6組。6組ってなんだっけ。もともとエルフが建てた建物だったよな。今は誰が気にしてるんだっけ。ちょっと見てみようか。重要地点。ラバレッテ城。あれラバレッテ城。はいはいはい。プロローグか。第3章はねえな。ないんだ。じゃあ、後で見よう。じゃあ、こっからかな。いける。おー。いるね。テメリアの八重地か。ここが拠点になるのかな、今回の。腕相撲しようや。近寄るな。あ、そっか、まだ恨まれてるか。大殺しだと思われてるかもしれん。こっちはあ、ナタリスだ。ジョン・ナタリス。大元帥。
Representatives of the Council of Regents. Did any come
こんな
with
とこにい
you?
るとはな。
Only Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel. The other 5 remain in Vizima. It seems that save Baron Orval, most spend their time trying to devise a way to undermine Anais's claim to the throne.
Kimbolt and Maravel. What's their stance?
Well, they've taken opposing positions, as one might expect. The Baron believes Anais's origin, if you will, stands in the way of her taking the throne, though it's common knowledge that he would simply prefer to seat himself on it. Whereas Maravel has said that Foltest's children have his full support. He stated this in Vizima before the entire council. One thing is certain, words come cheap. Those two may change their minds in a flash if Anais is found and recovered.
Impressive summit, but not all the players have their representatives here.
The most important do. The mages thought about inviting everyone, but time is short.
What about Edirne? It's a huge country.
Torn by conflict and rebellion with no clear ruler. They're not to be taken seriously at this point.
Sounds like the Kedweni point of view. The Edirnians see it differently, I'm sure. The mages will want to get as much as they can out of this summit. Monarchs don't generally like others dictating terms. This may end in a row.
There will be no row. The mages now rely on the mercy of the Northern Kingdom. The amphitheater itself is also protected by an anti-magic shield, like the one used at Thanet. The times of mage impunity are gone. They will be shown their place.
なんか、甲冑の歩く音も再現されてる、表現されてるな。ボロボロだな、でもこの辺りも。戦争があったんだっけ。
Hey, wizard!
ダメだ、ここはなんか別に拠点にはならなさそうだな。今のところ特に買えるものもない。こっちはすごいな。ボロボロとはいえ、まだでもこの美しい 外観は残ってるんだな。おお、なんだ。おお、ガーゴイル。マジかよ。マジだ。なんで出てきた？どっから出てきたの？やばい。使っちゃおうか。1体だけ？ 1体だけかよ。俺が体力減らした。次から次へと出てる。やばい。なんでどうなってる？お前ら手伝ってくれ。手伝ってくれ。逃げよう。戦ってる場合じゃない。どっから出てきたんだ。マジで怖かった今の。
The King of Reagents.
広いな、ここも。すげえな、よくできてるわ、マジで。これは初期のメモ。
Young alchemist, do as you order. Add acid to water.
見てみようか。意味ないんじゃない？ガラクタなんじゃない？年金。なんだこれ？クエストアイテムなんだ。言わない方がよかったかな、今。まだ。
It's you.
まあ、いっか。ドリート、ダイヤモンド。あ、重すぎる。あー、マジか。マジか。あ、そうだった。あんま拾っちゃいけないんだった、そういえば。あ、やっちまったな。306だもん、しかも。重くねえか。何拾った？そんな重たいもの。売りてー、早く。あ、ガーゴイルのやつか。でも306になんねえだろ、普通。マジかよ。何捨てよう。セルトカークの鎧持ってきてるんだ。重てえなぁ。布捨てるか。あと何がある？革か。あ、こんなもんでいいだろ。で、ここは誰だお前。キンボルトか。噂の。
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach.
純血種ではない。
Not purebred.
どういうことよ。
They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
お前にももたらしてやろうか、じゃあ。最悪を。
They're gonna re-establish the conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Northern Kingdoms.
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind.
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
You're right, I don't. Now that Foltest's dead, you'll tear Temeria into bits. But luckily, I just don't give a shit.
Funny, because you sound as if you do.
バカどもほっとこう。では、さよなら。胸くそ悪いやつだったな。なんかテメリ、どういうことだ？ん？これ壊せる？あ、力のバカ。心なしかやっぱナタリスよりもすごい。あ、俺が捨てた荷物これ。ん？あれこっちから行くんじゃないの？ナタリスよりもすごいなんか立派だな、建物が。
You have it coming.
なんでこの駐屯地のさ、すぐそばでガーゴイルが出てきたのか、それが気になるわ。すげえ。どうでもいいけど。安全が脅かされてるぞ。なんだ。エイドリアン。
How can I help? I want to play dice.
殺そう。
You must first prove you're good enough.
エルフいるわ、確かに。アデリン。
Yes. You must first.
師匠。彼らは何やってんの今。ワンコ。I
don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm
る
sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing
そんなこと
personal.
してる場合じゃないんじゃないの
One more windbag.
マジかよお前ら何しに来たんだよダメかやばいやばいやばい大逆転ジュニリバ大逆転ジュニリバやばいやばい大逆転ジュニリバ必ずこちらが身代わりになってくれるねやばい死ぬぞやばい死ぬやばいよどうしよっかクエンかけようか来いやばいやばいやばい死ぬマジで死ぬカウンターが発生しないんだがあれ手をつけたジュリアンあーくそアードかけやがったアードでねクエンか受けろよし殺した何が懸賞金だよお前ふざけんなよ荷物が重すぎるちくしょう荷物増やしやがってあべなんかブーツ増えちゃったあブーツ危ないあブーツするねいつもさブーツから始まるのやめてほしいわマジでほんとあ強いニリフガードの待って待ってどっちが強いメンセル島の結局血まみれの剣選んだんだっけ、あまあ血まみれの剣の方が強いよな出血プラス50だしなでこっちはどうだまあニルフガードの方が強いだ絶対こっちの方がいいどうしよう302か捨てちゃうガリガスキンズ11だしなこれ捨てるかなんで俺を狙ってきたのこの国賓の席でしょこれねえ国賓の席っつうかなんつうのこれ普通刀抜いちゃダメでしょこういうところであいつら賞金首だったのただのあ賞金稼ぎだったのかなよくわかんねえや全くもってよくわからんしかもロッシュどこだよわかりづれえよここほんと謎だったなあいつらなよく堂々と襲えるよなどっから行くのこっちじゃなかっただろうでも
Stop looking at me!
こっちか
Whoa!
ここ誰の寝室？すごいな、これもう。クッションがいっぱいある。
Ah, Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious,
う
Count?
るせえな、おい。
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing, and then the beatings, the torture, it's barbaric, I tell you, based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some
大根役
truth
者か、
to
お前。
that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves positively required in your profession.
If you say so.
But tell me, Witcher, what brings you here? Are you nipping at the heels of Foltest's killer, close to beheading the wretch, as I expect is your style? Do you require my assistance?
I just have some questions, Count.
Well, ask away by all means. I am finding you a skilled, if slightly reticent, conversationalist.
口数多いね。
I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
未然に無知。
If you wouldn't mind.
例えば
Take you witchers, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts, pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be, yet it is a remedy we revile. You are shunned, spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
なぜロックムインに
What brings you to Loch Muin?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising. How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbolt excepted. Yet, though I very much held Foltest's trust, I cannot say that many of my Temerian peers feel the same way.
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
ではこれでさらば全然話が頭に入ってこなかった。にゃー、この先にあると思えないんだけど、寝室通らなきゃいけないの、わざわざ。動線的におかしくね。すごいな。
Hells bells, who do we have
誰
here?
だ
Witcher Geralt, the seeker of
誰
square
だっけお前。
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around.
ああ、あいつか。入れ墨隊の
Know what attention means, you
ところで喧嘩したら、喧嘩じゃない、決闘したら来たやつだ。はい。途中で負けたやつね。うい、うい。うい。負けないよ俺は。はい、はい。はい、何度やっても同じだ。踊るようにお前倒す。来たー、はい、来た。ラリアってきた。
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by
因縁の対決、因縁でもなかったけどね。あいつが勝手にランクつけてきただけで。
At your service.
テメリア人。
formation. Forward march.
いつから因縁の。ああ、なんか。あ、ペリシアコリ。魔法使いじゃん。あ、ペリシアコリか。はいはい。フィリパのとこにいた。なんで何事もなく普通に物を売ってる。まあ、買えるものは買っておこう、でも。なんか役に立つものあるかな。 ミランローベンネック元帥。読んでおこうか。力のルーン。意味あるこれ。質のエレメント。買っておこうか。金ねえんだよな、今回な。変わらず。で、結構買ってあるから、じゃあ売るか。ヘンセル等の剣、これいらないっしょ。一般だしね、なぜか、しかも。ナーブドシーで、これもいらない。極上の経験術、これもいらないだろ。あと何売るかな ?280。結構逼迫してるな。じゃあまた重くして、エレメンタル石。マーピーの感じ。高いやつから順にっていうか、風船高い。これ結構余ってるのか。30ぐらい売って、そっか、フェリシア・コリーって名前だったっけ。マーピーの方なんだよ。これ、やけに売れるな、高くな。こんぐらい売って、草の方も結構余ってんだ。どうしよう、4、50ぐらいでいいか、売るの。結構余ってるな、今回な。薬草の手袋のおかげかもしれないけど。バリッセもこんな使わないでしょ。あれか、錬金術の素材に関しては重さは特に関係ないのか。まあでも、これぐらい売ってて問題はなかろう。あと、ハード鍵詰め。これもこれぐらい売って、かもしれないですね。まあいいか。なんでこんな逼迫してんだろう。何がこれを話せないんだ。列車コットは。ちょっと見てみようか。あ、買ったやつをもはい、スエルメンタル。ミランローベンネックです。ポンター川の上流地域、青色山脈の山間に位置する古代エルフ都市、ロックムインには、昔日の、なんていうのこれ。休日とは言わないですか。の栄光の記憶以外残っているものはあまりない。かつては超朝霧に立ち上がれるこの都の硫黄は息を飲むほどであったろうが、今では白い石をわずかにその立っていた場所を示すだけである。数百年前、魔術師ジェフリー・モンクは源流となるべき魔法の素質がある人間の子供たちをこの地に連れてきて、エルフの賢治に預け、その教えを受けさせたのだ。モンクは古き種族の不信感を乗り越え、人間族の間に協力共存の道が開かれたかに思われた。しかし、歴史は全く違う方向へ進んだ。数年後、レダニア軍がロックムインに侵攻し、老若男女を問わず、エルフを皆殺しにしたのだ。こうして始まった戦争は、エリレンの放棄とシェラビットの、虐殺で終わった。わずかに生き残っている人たちは東青色山脈の険しい山中へと退いた。なるほどね。エリレンってのはなんか女のリーダーだよね、ヘルフの。昔の大虐殺の時に立ち向かったんだが、結局皆殺しにされたっていう。そうか。レダニア領なのかなじゃあ。
Ready for your chat,
ロッシュ。
I need Nora.
もうちょっと見てからにさせる。ニルフガード軍だな。これ誰？わからん。
Oh, hey!
あ、こっちから行けるんだ。待ってこよう。赤い隕石。拾っとくか。倉庫ねえかな。これ誰だ？イングレディボールカート。
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like a...
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
マグナです。マジで最高効果はいいや。間違えた。取引だ。何くれるんだ？海外の役目と目的。あんまり欲しいのないな。魔術師評議会。 あ、そうだ。フェリシア・コリーを見るんだった。キャラクター。どこにいる？メインキャラクターじゃないか。よく考えたら。出てこないね。サブキャラクターの方かな。イングレイブカート。出てこねえか。出ない。誰だっけ。はいはい。マーゴットのね。剣であったね。マーゴット。残念ながらなくなってしまったな。出てこないな。ベラ。退屈。今の部長、エルフがいるんだな、ここには。誰なんだ。
What? Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
ラドウィットのところか。ダイヤモンド。
What do you want here?
これはリム。誰？とこある？ここに。奥の方行ってみようか。入れないな、きっと。バンアルドのブラス。
I'm Geralt.
Brass of Banard. I remember you from Thanad. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about elven ruins.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
I guess the circumstances require haste.
じゃあ、力貸すか。
I came upon this strange manuscript. Think you can help me with it?
Why, yes. I don't believe I'm mistaken. Do you realize what you hold in your hands?
A mage told me it's the key to an ancient ritual that summons evil specters who otherwise wander the earth doing no good. Specters apparently willing to make deals.
Well, the mage was full of bilge, so to speak. You see, the Vrans knew well how to secure their treasures. It is said that in some places they left sentries. Now, these sentries come to life when someone draws near who possesses a scroll inscribed with words of power, like this one is. Provide the correct password, and the doors to a hidden vault open before you.
So how do I use the manuscript?
Nothing comes free, my friend.
どうしよう。聞かないかもしれない。でもやってみる。
You needn't even know the meaning of the words for the sentry to let you pass. You must merely know the sequence in which the password must be read. In this case, we have a sentence. Nana kampa zi uduya lala gat exa nana zi udu zi gat kanpa nibit. Nana kanpa means forge ahead, while nana zi means backtrack. In summary, should you encounter a sentry who reacts to this scroll, you must first answer with the words that follow Nana Kanpa in their given sequence, then omit Nana Z, and conclude with all the words that follow this phrase, but in reverse order.
Not that complicated, actually. Thanks for your help.
よかった、無事に。後で行くか忘れないようにしなきゃな。あ、あるじゃん。ガーゴイル、さっきのガーゴイルか。みんな困ってたんだな、意外にな。リアルソ。取引だ。あ、さっきのやつから武器買わなきゃ、そういえば。で、こいつは罠か。大したもん持ってねえな。倉庫はないのか、倉庫は。あ、ヌージ。取引。あ、ガーゴイル
Tell me what you know about those gargoyles that are bothering you.
They were servants of the mages who once lived in Loch Muin. The mages left, but the gargoyles remained behind. They're still lethal. The quarters they guard are simply inaccessible.
確かに危険だ。ちょっと一回。 再開します。
Sable fur with the other moaning and
It's a brazen attack.
腕相撲できそうだな、この辺り。
What do you want?
あ、ダメだ。
The mages are making a country fair out of this summit.
They're parasites who'll stop at nothing to get into the king's treasuries. Deathmold's one of them. He'll be on their side, and Kedwin's vote should count for a lot. Though Henselt would have quickly shown them reason. He was a great ruler. The world will go to pot if only fools and brats are left to rule it.
They're also going to discuss what to do given the assassinations.
Aye, a new world order. You know the drill. I see all those cowardly, petty knights and bloody mages and wonder where the human race is going.
Forward. Blindly down a steep slope. But for now, the clip of air is more fun than it is terrifying. You're not in the Kedweni camp?
Those Redanian pigs tricked us, as usual. They took the best buildings, leaving us the rat-infested ruins. It's better out here in the square. A right good show. Messengers running back and forth. Delegates grinning at each other while thinking of slitting each other's throats. And lots of gold changing hands. A lot of armed men around. The kingdoms are trying to look menacing. People like me will soon have work to do.
Nice to meet an optimist. Really raises the spirit.
This would never happen if the Kong...
誰だお前。チビックを普通にしてることが奇跡だ。これ女魔術師か。アンドミエル。知らんけど。誰だ。
Nice place.
Many thanks for the compliment. Welcome to the eternal fire.
Kitchen open day and night.
It's not that kind of fire. The eternal fire is the light of truth, the heart of a true community. Only in the eternal fire beneath the sign of this clan can we burn witches all day and man his fellow man.
取引だ。ガラク高い。
Where is Philippa? She should reason with this brat.
じゃあ預けるか。278。何預けたらいいんだろう。勝利の証。あ、勝利の証か。これいらねえよ。あ、すげえ、防御力4だ、ハーピー。ネッカーとかいらんか。ドラウナーもいらんだろう。ドラウグ。これはいい。ドラウグ。体力プラス55。ハーピーもいらんじゃん。カイランもいらないか。上位互換だから。エレメンタル。ドラウグにしちゃおうか。で、あとなんだ燃えたやつ。あ、なんか、あ、倉庫とかだったら重いやつ、相当できるんだな。あー、エレメンタル石。あ、これぐらいいいか。アビル書き詰め。これもまあ、で、あとなんかある。会員石。物量に対しての重みがあるやつがいいよな。1個あたりの重さが大きいやつ。硬い皮。使う可能性あるかな。まあこんなもんでいいか。で、勝利の証をあれ選べてるこれ。選べてるか。あ、トロールの勝利の証これ9か。9悪くねえな。9にする。まあいいや、一旦ドラッグ試してみようか。トロールも悪くねえな、今見たらな。9か。あれあいつから木見たんだっけ。ああ、見てないのか。バンアルドのなんたらさ。取引だ。すげえ強い武器持ってたりして。ホビリの剣、あ、強っ。ノビグラドの剣、なんでこんな強いの。ティールナリアの鎧、すごい強いじゃん。マジかよ。どうしたどういうことこれ。なんでこんな強いの。 ザーリンカンターメント。44、49。強っ。強いな。もしかして設計図、上質な設計図もらえるここで。これ何の剣だ？銀の剣か。よく覚えとこう、銀の剣。そうか。銀の剣で、ドラゴンの鱗。買っとくか、でもこれ。ドラゴンの鱗か。ドラゴンの鱗さすがに売ってねえだろうな。鋼の剣。これ買わない方がいいんだよ。安っ。あ、高えわ。安くなかった。2566。俺買えないね、今。そうか。どうしようか。誰だっけ？材料売ってるの。
Barbarian. It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of it.
こいつじゃないか。
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
こいつか。
Likewise!
Pull yourself to...
さすがにないよな、ドラゴンな。ダメか。じゃあ諦めるか。買えねえや、とてもじゃないけど。じゃあどうしよう。フェリシアコリ持ってる。ないか。まあないよね。ないね。話そうか。
I'm collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out.
The Wild Hunt! A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That, at least, is what I remember from the lectures.
また来る。
Godspeed, Witcher.
じゃあ行くか。よし、行こう。
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
OK。
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
テベリアの名において。
Halt! We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
王の暗殺に関する
We
情報
have
がある。
information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the King and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us. Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kedwin.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kedwin split apart.
あ、くそ、なんだ。動けねえ。
So you'd best hope nothing
超
of
燃え
that
てんだけ
sort
ど。
has happened.
難易度高いとこれで死ぬらしいからね。あ、ラドビトどこにいる？教えてくれ場所。すげえ広いんだけど。こっち？マジで広い。迷いそうだこれだけで。もう扉か。オレン。アルチオン。あ、弱っ。何これ。
Did you request an audience with the King?
Yes.
The King will receive you.
めちゃくちゃ弱い武器だった。で、ライニアに来たのは久しぶりだな。あ、ラゾビット。
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Voltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
時代は変わる。陛下の助けが必要です。なぜ理由がないのここに。
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
なんで来てるんだろうな。
Henselt invited
ヘンセルトが招待したの。
before he died.
とんでもないやつだな。
Shillard Fitzestelin would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favorite drama.
なぜ騎士団を
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thaned.
陛下の助けが必要です。
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
なぜヘンセルトの
Why do you ask about him, Your Majesty?
Mere curiosity. But I understand if you'd rather not talk about it. Do you know how he died?
目撃したわけではありませ
I
ん。
wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
私が殺しました。ロシュの復讐です。私。
Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else.
これ下手だ
Doing
な。よく
that,
ない
he
な。
signed his own death sentence. In the chaos that followed the Battle of Vergen, we caught up to him in one
い
of
い
the
返しと思う
houses.
やん。とてもじゃないが。
I killed him because it had to be done. It was just. And Deathmold is next on the list.
That is the only reason I won't have you hanged, Vernon Roach. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
このやり
If
とりどうなん
Temeria
だろ
is
う
in
な。
turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis,
大殺し
the
を
hero of
認めるの
Brenner,
か。
which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
Who's representing Kedwin?
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his men are in Lochmuin. But Deathmold represents himself.
デスモルドが一国に。それどうなんだ。
Sheila de
そんなことあるの
Townsend is
か。
behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
I found one of the assassins after Henselt's murder. Before he died, he revealed de Tanserville's role to me.
魔法
Why
使い
you in
魔女
particular?
どうなんだろうな。ホビリの魔女が
No idea.
聞くか、これは。
It's no longer
成功した。
important.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheatre is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria! Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way.
結局この後でテメリアが併合されちゃうか
Anais,
ら
the
ね。
daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After Foltest's death, the La Valettes came to prominence. Louisa's uncle, Baron Orville, became one of the most important people in Temeria. He wanted to see Anais on the throne, but Vizima was still in turmoil. They sent her to Lochmuin anyway to declare her queen before the entire north. During the journey, the girl was kidnapped. Arian La Valette asked me to use my connections to find his sister, which I did. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Cadwennis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
I heard Arian died in the fire that consumed Lavalette Castle.
We all thought so, and we were all wrong. The girl is most important, Witcher. I would look after her. Take her back to Tretogor in Redania, where she would mature under the caring gaze of her half-sister and my wife Ada. When she's of age, she can claim the throne and thus guarantee Temeria's sovereignty. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance of preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boussy's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time friend Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensed.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
The White Wolf? I can't believe it!
取り忘れない。なんだっけこれ。青い隕石。使わなかったな、隕石な、全然。今回も。一回も使ってないんじゃないか。お、ここは。
Get out of there!
Get out of here! アントン。
I don't like it here.
レダニアか。3でレダニアに行くことになるけど、2では行かなかったね。なんだこう。壊れそうだな、これ。
Get out of there!
Get out here! で、ロッシュどこに行ったかと。どうしたロッシュ。なんだなんだ。つけられてる。
Roach!
何何何。誰？
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigitte Paparok.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess.
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boussy is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it! Geralt, I need to look to Anais. Learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boussy. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
I came here for Triss. These are your matters and your people, Roach. Keep me out of this.
Forgive me, You must fend for yourself.
You're a true scoundrel. And an idiot. I shall wait by the main gate. You have 1 hour. Then I'm gone, as is my evidence and all I know.
Comes pretty easily to you, doesn't it?
What's that?
Letting people go.
Bollocks, Geralt. Compare her situation to Anais's. Who's in greater need? Besides, I wouldn't have let her go if I didn't believe she could manage. Brigida Paperbrock is fully capable of taking care of her own ass.
What if she knows something important?
Then she'll deliver that knowledge where she needs to. There'll be time for that later. Geralt, I'll try to find a back way into the Kedweni camp. It won't be easy.
I'd say the same for the Nilfgaardian camp.
You need to decide. If you choose what's personally important, well, I won't agree, but I'll respect it.
Explaining who's behind the regicides is not just my business. And the Nilfgaardian camp is where I think we'll learn the truth.
The regicides are part of the past. Temeria's future is what counts. And you have to decide what's more important to you. I'll go investigate the Kedweni camp, look for a way in. Find me there when you make up your mind, but don't take long.
All right.
What is so 救いに行く。ここで一回やめるか。そしたら休憩してまたやろう。クミの実。楽しみだな、次も。では、さようなら。